Danganronpa.
Wow, the trial is racing toward its thrilling conclusion. Do you know who the culprit is? Obviously, I know, because I know everything. What? You know everything?
Yeah?
No, everything. Daddy knows everything about anything. He basically traded his bearhood for godhood. Yes, he has betrayed his Ursine ancestors.
Huh?
Traded? No, I'm still obviously a bear. It's obvious, right? Right, you guys? You sure ain't no fish, but you damn sure smell like one.
Now then.
Anyway, since I know everything, I'll give you the whole story later. Try your hardest to nab the culprit, and believe me, that's no lie. If I lied, it would shake the game to its very foundation. So trust me, and please enjoy the class trial without any worries. I don't know, I can think of a time where you lied pretty hard, Monokuma.
I feel like we're getting close to the gory part. It's making me nervous.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Yeah, but there's one thing we do know. The line between victim and attacker ain't as clear as you might think.
I suppose that's one lesson we can take away from this case.
I cut off the leg before the poison spread. By spring, flowers will grow from the stump.
Say something already.
Your tongue-tied silence speaks volumes. I fucking knew you were the culprit.
Wait just a minute! None of that is possible! Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout.
That is not true.
When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro?
Were you really together the whole time?
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm asking if you two were on lookout together the whole time.
Well, I guess we weren't together the whole time.
I'm gonna go check out the basement. I'll come with you. No, you stay and keep watch, Kaede.
So that's when Shuichi went to kill Rantaro!
No! Shuichi wouldn't kill anyone!
Don't become emotional. We must seek the truth in a calm and logical manner, or all our lives will be lost here.
I'm not being emotional here. I'm saying it with conviction.
Even if Shuichi did go to the basement, he couldn't have killed Rantaro because...
I get it. The security alarm didn't ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom. It only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive. If Shuichi was with me when the alarm went off, then that means he's not the culprit.
Is that how it went down? Oh, if that's the case, then even I screwed up and didn't realize that.
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede. Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right?
Huh?
Oh. Then I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. Kokichi is suggesting that the time between, like, detection and the alarm going off are not 1-to-1, and that Shuichi never disclosed that. I'll set it up carefully so the camera has a clear shot when the mastermind moves the bookcase. Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcase. and we'll set the cameras near each door.
Yeah. Shuichi was the one who set up the security sensor. What about it?
Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
No, I didn't check.
Well, there's that possibility.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about setting the sensor?
A lie?
He just straight up didn't do it.
Shuichi pretended to place the sensor on the hidden bookcase door. But in actuality, he was holding it the whole time. And when he met up with you, he secretly triggered the sensor to make the security alarm go off.
That would cause Kaede to assume that someone had moved the bookcase.
I see! Sneaky little fucker!
No, at this rate, everyone's gonna think Shuichi's the culprit. I have to do something. I know for a fact he's not the culprit. So I gotta do something. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. I was wondering why this wasn't happening yet. I was afraid that I screwed up the difficulty setting. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. You can use the silencer with circle, which is X, to shoot down the white noise. Now why would you do that? Because not only does that make it easier to shoot the right weak spots, you will also get additional time. What a great deal. Use it to your heart's content. Thank you for the opportunity. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase... As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
Shuichi couldn't have had the sensor on him. I should have evidence that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came...
So let's look at the receiver. The security alarm's receiver, a sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. So in case someone moved the bookcase, it would notify Shuichi. Huh. I don't see how that proves what Kaede's thinking, though.
The sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured...
Lookout classroom. Kaede and Shuichi were on lookout in a classroom near the stairs of the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to go check the basement, the two were together the entire time until the receiver went off. Huh.
Figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot could make that mistake.
Does this have anything to do with anything? Oops.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it in order to trigger the alarm.
I don't even know if that was right.
So when Kaede
heard the sensor go off, she
figured someone
tried to move the bookcase. Only an idiot can make that mistake.
God, I wish this were
Sensor
the
was
Vita
armed,
days when I
but
could just tap
the
this
moving bookcase isn't
crap.
what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound
Kaede heard came from
the sensor when
Shuichi
secretly moved it, in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the
sensor go off, she figured someone
had tried
to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot
Can
can
make
make
that
that mistake. The security sensor was
armed, but the moving bookcase isn't
what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound
Kaede heard
came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it.
That's not it. How do I prove he had the sensor? I don't know how to prove that.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede came from
the sensor when Shuichi secretly
moved it.
in order to trigger the alarm.
So when
Kaede
Kaede
heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor
She was armed, but
the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
No. Oh my god. I'm gonna get this
The
super wrong. I'm
security
gonna
sensor
fucking
was
fail.
armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came from the sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it, in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard the sensor go off, she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake.
I don't know. Oh, what am I missing? How do I prove that he didn't have it on him? I thought he tried to give it to her, and then Kaede suggested he keep it.
The security sensor was armed, but
Oh, wait
the
a
moving
minute.
bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Oh, I think I see.
As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
I think this is why. Oh, I understand. The logic is that he couldn't have had the sensor on him because otherwise Rentaro would not have tried to remove the camera upon seeing that it like took a photo. So him moving the bookcase must have actually tripped it because otherwise he wouldn't be doing this in this picture. I think that's the logic.
The sound Kaede
heard came from
the sensor when
Shuichi secretly
moved it,
in order to
trigger the alarm.
So when
They
Kaede
heard the sensor go off, she
figured someone
had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong. Wait a minute. This is weird. If the security sensor wasn't placed, then we wouldn't have been able to take that picture.
Oh, well, there's that too.
We were only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh, that? Pfft, easy to explain. Well, you see... I guess you're right. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead.
You're giving up that easily?
Yeah, I mean, whatevs. I made a mistake, big deal.
You speak as if you knew that from the start. Even I was taken in.
So you see, Shuichi can't be the culprit.
Now wait just a minute. The security sensor had a power supply, so what if it went like this? The security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver. However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rentaro moved the bookcase. Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
I see. Then he caused the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
It's certainly plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's...
Then, Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What a plot twist!
Wait! Why do you guys think he's the culprit? Shuichi, please say something. Why aren't you saying anything?
Shuichi, what's wrong? You're not culprit, are you?
Hey, you gonna say anything? We'll all vote for you if you don't.
Are you okay with being the culprit? Are you ready to turn yourself in?
What should I do? Everyone suspects Shuichi. But there's no way he's the culprit. But even so. Why won't Shuichi say anything? Is there a reason he won't say anything? If that's the case, then it's all up to me. To protect everyone, I need to take control of this debate. Even if it means I have to lie to do it. Did you hear that? A lie? Now I know that sounds crazy, telling a lie in a class trial. And sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. Oh, but don't worry. There are no lies in this tutorial. From here on out, there will be times in a debate you have to lie. Before you had to refute the lies, but now you'll have to lie yourself. Doesn't that get your heart pumping? Here's how it works. Select a truth bullet like normal non-stop debates. But when you hold triangle, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet, with the opposite meaning. Releasing triangle will shoot the lie bullet. When you use a lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury, a statement that paints over the truth with lies. While lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie will restore it. But if you miss your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I've heard a rumor that there's a secret way to advance debates. It's called a back route. Let's just say that only those who lie well will be able to find it. Thank you muchly. What the fuck is a back route?
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
But he had it turned off.
And so when Rantaro moved the bookcase, a picture was taken without the alarm sounding.
Then, taking advantage of the camera's interval timer,
Shuichi hid in the library and murdered the shit out of Rantaro! And then he grabbed the security sensor from the bookcase and returned to the lookout spot.
Afterwards, he set off the receiver in front of Kaede on purpose to make her think the murder had just happened. Praise be Tuatua! We've solved this case! So Shuichi was just using Kaede.
I would think that the lie here to tell would be a lie about who had the receiver and say that Kaede did. The basis for their suspicion is that Shuichi had the receiver for the security sensor. If I can argue against that, everything should be okay. I have to retake control. I have to tell a lie so we can get closer to the truth.
Let's go over the case one more time.
the security sensor was on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
Oh, I forgot to hold triangle. I'm a fucking idiot.
Let's go over the case one more time.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
I'll turn this lie into the truth. Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
Forgot?
To tell you the truth, it was me. I had the receiver.
Huh?
So that's why there's no way Shuichi could have turned off the receiver.
If that is true, then the entire premise of the argument thus far is wrong.
Is this true, Kaede?
Of course! Come on, would I lie to you guys?
That'd only screw yourself over. If we mess up, you're dead too, you know.
Or perhaps you wanted to cover for Shuichi, even at the cost of your life.
Huh? I cannot imagine why anyone would risk their life to lie on another's behalf.
Words from a true heartless robot. Emotions are only for meatbags.
That is a harmful stereotype. I can produce heartfelt remarks through calculations.
Like less than 3? Those kinds of calculations?
It's not so unthinkable. All hearts are blind when faced with radiant love. Doing anything for the one you love. Hasn't everyone felt that way before? I most certainly have, at least.
With how creepy you are, I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
Kaede and Shuichi are pretty buddy-buddy with each other, so I wouldn't doubt that. Plus, the way Kaede just acted right now, I'm pretty sure she lied. A talented liar like me can spot other people's lies easily. Well, what do you guys think? To believe or not to believe, Kaede?
I do want to believe Kaede, but Shuichi does seem pretty suspicious. He has been strangely quiet for a while now, which is classic degenerate male behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Shuichi is the only person here who's suspicious.
So we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote already!
No, I still think it is too soon to determine the culprit.
I agree. I sort of can't believe that Shuichi is the culprit.
Yeah, this ain't right.
I agree. But I don't know if Atua agrees. 'Cause right now it's his nap time.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
Hold on! Split? Did you just say split? You did! I heard it! I heard it with my belly button microphone!
So wait, your ears don't do anything?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
More phenomenal trial grounds?
The trial grounds are gonna morph? Seriously? I totally want to see that!
Either way, we have to do something. We can't vote for Shuichi because he's definitely not the culprit. If we vote for him, all hope is lost. I won't be able to save everyone. But I haven't lost hope yet. Won't give up. Before I can save everyone, I need to make sure we're all on the same page. You're split down the middle. At times like this, debate scrums are perfect. In a debate scrum, you'll be split into 2 teams. I need to actually look at this picture, because this is new. Opposing subject keyword, time and influential, yeah, same stuff. Then you argue your opinions against each other. But look, everyone's so fired up, the subject of your statements don't match. That's not how you debate at all. Like, key through these other ones. Huh. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. God, this is going to be super confusing. That's how you make a good debate. Your side subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed yet. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's argument. Before your opponent finishes their statement, find the same subject keyword with up and down, and press the triangle to argue the subject with the same keyword. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. And when all the statements match up, you will enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Continuously tap the buttons displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. Don't argue, don't get pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect refutation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is super confusing. And this is in typical Danganronpa fashion, doing tutorials with loads of text and expecting you to remember every detail on the fly. Oh, this is new. Is Shuichi the culprit?
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
Gonta!
But Mew's silent about intervals too.
Okay, I get how this works. Everything's always a lot clearer when you have to do it yourself.
Intervals, Shuichi.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an
Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been disguised.
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
If our points don't match, then we, do I have to do them all?
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Gonta!
But Mew's silent about intervals too.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually...
Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time, were they?
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver...
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh man, I ran out of fucking influence. I thought that was a mash.
Is there...
Just retry.
We won't give up!
So it doesn't count unless you get all of them. You gotta get them all in time. Cool, I can skip your thing, Monokuma. Man, my grade for this chapter is gonna be so bad. I wanna look at the controls again. Statement, fast forward. What if I hit square?
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
Nope.
Gonta!
But Mew's silent about intervals too.
I actually have...
Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time.
Hirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
If Shuichi had the receiver...
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it! We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
How the fuck do you do that?
right?
Oh, is it timing based? God, I completely fucking forgot the tutorial. Oh! I know what's happening. I'm an idiot. I know exactly why I'm fucking this up. Because I flipped the controls and I forgot that circle's actually X. And I'm still having trouble. Like, have you ever seen those, I don't know what to call them. They're kind of like brain puzzles. Where,
Everyone, you have to believe me. Shuichi is not the culprit.
You seen those brain puzzles where, like, you have to respond to something really quick and it'll, like, say... It'll spell out a color, like it'll say like blue, but the text for blue will actually be in red. It's like that. That's what was happening. I was like, circle. I got a mass circle, forgetting that I flipped the controls and circle's actually X. Whoops.
If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be making the wrong choice. And if that happens, everyone will be executed. I definitely won't let that happen, even if it costs me my life.
Kaede. Yeah, it's just like Kaede said. Shuichi ain't the culprit.
He's the culprit, isn't he? And he's just feeling guilt. Is that what's going on?
Gonta believe in Shuichi too. Gentlemen always believe in friends.
Before we go any further, there's one, I'm sure they're about to bring it up, but there's a detail here that's bothering me, which is if Shuichi really did it, why, or no matter who did it, why did no one take credit for it? Like, well, he presented the motive of, like, what if the person behind it wanted to do the class trial so that way they could win the class trial and everyone dies? That's pretty sinister, isn't it? Like, is that what he really wants? It's confusing.
Well, if Shuichi's not our culprit, then who is?
We've already exhausted all possible avenues of discussion.
No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
Huh?
Shuichi, even though you're not the culprit, you've been quiet for a while. It's because you realized something, huh? You're scared to reveal the truth.
Is he gonna point the finger at Kaede, even if he truly believes it and it's not true?
I thought so. Shuichi, answer me this. What kind of truth did you realize? Don't be scared to say it. Not just for me, but for everyone else. Please, face the truth.
The picture.
Picture?
The picture from the camera aimed at the hidden door, just before the murder. I always thought it was suspicious, the way Rantaro was acting.
What's suspicious?
If you look at the picture, it looks like Rantaro is trying to remove the camera. But that must mean he noticed the camera we set up.
That's true. But when did he notice that?
I believe it was when the camera took its first picture. This picture was taken when Rantaro moved the bookcase. At that moment, something made him notice the camera. So he tried to remove it. That's when the bookcase closed. The sensor was triggered, and that's when this picture was taken.
If that is the case, we must find the reason why he noticed the camera.
You're confusing everyone! Except me, of course. Just get to the fucking point!
I've been contemplating what it could be. Why did he notice the camera? And the answer is in this picture.
Before we go forward, I'm trying to remember some of the conversations we had with Shuichi. Is it because the flash went off? But is he suggesting that the flash shouldn't have gone off? And if it did go off, is it because he thinks Kaede made it go off? I don't know. I see, Shuichi knows. The camera flash?
I get it!
Was it not supposed to flash?
Because of the flash, right?
Yeah? The flash?
Yes, the flash went off when the hidden door camera took a picture. Rantaro noticed the camera's flash.
But how can you tell the flash went off?
Well, if you compare it to the other pictures that we have. Remember the pictures that were taken when I took down the cameras? This is the picture taken when I removed the front camera. And this is the picture from when I removed the rear camera. And this is the picture of Rantaro.
Whoa! The brightness is totally different.
Same room, circumstance, and camera. And yet, there is a disparity in brightness.
Yeah, this is bad. Kaede is the one who set this camera up, too. They're gonna point the finger at her.
Because only the camera aimed at the hidden door had the flash turned on.
What was the purpose of leaving the flash on? Especially since it was meant to be hidden.
A mistake, maybe?
It's no mistake. There was an objective here. That camera was placed for another reason.
Another reason, huh?
To blind, to lure. Maybe to lure.
I get it! The flash was used to lure whoever moved the bookcase to the camera. So when the flash went off, they would have noticed the camera right away. And that's exactly what happened. Rantaro moved the bookcase, noticed the flash, and then walked over to the camera. But the culprit didn't expect the camera to take another picture when the door closed.
Hey, Kaede?
What is it?
Is something wrong? You've been acting kinda strange.
Strange?
Your last few remarks carry more conviction than before.
Do you know who the culprit is?
Yep, I know. I've known for a long time.
Long time?
Because there was only one person able to set the flash on the camera. Isn't that right, Shuichi? The culprit of this incident is...
Shuichi? That simple? Is it really? Am I supposed to pick Kaede?
No doubt about it.
Now, the question I have is this a situation where somehow something Kaede did resulted in this death by accident? Or is this the case of the unreliable narrator? In which case, if it is, I'm going to be rather upset with this game.
Well, this is as far as it goes. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to the mastermind. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, Rantaro. I'm sorry, Shuichi. You stayed silent this whole time because you realized it already, right? But you can't do that. It may be the end of me, but I want my wish to. I'm giving it to you, Shuichi. From now on, you're going to carry on my wish. You're going to protect everyone.
Kaede, I know what you want me to do. That's so cruel. It's cruel, but... I understand. I'll do it. You can trust me. I won't let your wish go ungranted. Kaede is the culprit.
Huh?
Kaede did it?
Wait! That's not possible! Right, Kaede? Kaede? Wait! Did she really...
Just kidding!
Just kidding.
Huh? Did you guys really think I'm the culprit? Psh, come on, guys. Like I could. When Rantaro was murdered, I was in the classroom with Shuichi, remember? After that, we went to the library, and that's the first time I even saw his body. Plus, I never met up with Rantaro. I never had a chance to kill him.
Yes. No way Kaede could be culprit.
Jeez, of course not. Do you think I'm even strong enough to throw that shot? My hands are only strong enough to play piano.
Then accusing you of being the culprit is...
Yep, it's wrong. Shuichi's just joking around. He wanted to lighten up the mood. Right, Shuichi? No matter how you look at it, I couldn't have killed Rantaro with that shot.
I understand, Kaede. You want me to reveal the truth, don't you? Did we just like mind swap into becoming the main character with Shuichi? I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth. But the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So, fight for the truth, even if it is frightening. I know you can do this. If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone who you're helping and let that be your strength.
No, I'm not joking around. Kaede definitely killed Rantaro.
What the hell did you just say?
It seems as though Shuichi is serious after all.
Of course I am.
Why don't you tell me then? How did I kill Rantaro with that shot?
Yeah, how? You and Kaede were together the whole time, weren't you?
How Kaede killed Rantaro with the shot put ball should become clear when you consider where she used it.
Where she used the shot put ball?
Huh? What? I'm lost, you guys.
Kaede wants me to reveal the truth. She trusts me with her wish. So I can't back down. I need to fulfill her wish. I need to fight for the truth.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Let's look at this. The bloody murder weapon found on the floor of the library seems to be the same as the shot put balls in the warehouse. The promotional video and background music that Monokuma played to encourage everyone to start the killing game. It was on full volume until the murder occurred.
Kaede
and Shuichi were on lookout in the classroom near the stairs to the basement. Although Shuichi left briefly to go check on the basement, the two were together the entire time until the receiver went off.
never...
And file 1. Is there anything in here that we may have missed?
How'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
That's the only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit.
Okay, just wanted to confirm that I could fire that off.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. Then how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
That's the only explanation.
In which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit. I have an alibi. Rantaro was killed. Standing watch with Shuichi.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. Then how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know it was in the library.
That's wrong! Kaede didn't use the shot put ball at the scene of the crime. She used it at the first floor classroom, where we were keeping watch.
Hold up. How could she have hit Rantaro with a shot from a different floor?
She rolled it. She rolled the shot from the first floor classroom and hit Rantaro.
I am skeptical that she could perform such a feat of accuracy.
So it was a magic shot put ball? Nah, that's not possible.
It is possible. If you do it at the right spot in the classroom, it will reach the library.
So it seems you already knew about that.
I didn't want to figure it out. I didn't want to know. But I can't turn away from the truth. The place she rolled a shot put ball to move it from the classroom to the library. I know this. Oh, it's Hangman Gambit. Oh, man. When you need to deduce a keyword, you will be thrown into Hangman's Gambit version 3.0. The objective is to select the letter orbs in the right order to create the keyword. Okay, so the keyword's at the top left. Pick up the letter orbs. What the hell is a flash spot? Press circle to activate the flash spot to read the illuminated letter orbs. So that's really X. While the letters are illuminated, you will not be able to actually select the letter orb. So make sure you remember where they are and press triangle to get the letter orb. Got it. But remember, you have to select them in the correct order. Deduce the keywords from the letter orbs that you can see in the flash spot. The flash spot uses focus energy, so use it wisely. Waves of light will also occasionally cross the screen, so you can read the letter orbs then. So take advantage of that as well. Thank you for listening to me. Okay, so it's X, right? Got it. So we're looking for the vent. Here we go. V. There we go. E. N. Is this one T? Yep.
I see now.
The classroom's vent. If you were to roll the shot in there, it would reach the library.
I see. That air duct connects the classroom to the library.
So, the shot is rolled into the vent, passes through the duct, and comes out of the air vent above the library bookcase.
But that feels like it's really far away from the moving bookcase.
But how could she have hit Rantaro from all the way over there?
Oh, the book's on top of the shelf.
The vent was way too far from Rantaro's body.
So it was just a coincidence?
What kind of coincidence is that?
What a mystery.
No, I already know the answer to that as well. It was no coincidence. The culprit set it up that way intentionally. If I'm remembering correctly, there was something off about her then. Damn it, how could I not realize it? It's too late to regret the past. I said I wouldn't back down. I made a promise. Oh man. Scott's not too happy right now. Scott doesn't like games with unreliable narrators.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own and fell off the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Well, maybe I'm supposed to agree.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase?
Watch out so you don't slip and fall!
Corpse moved on its own! Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead!
Shuichi, don't lose sight of the truth.
The shot fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
Fuck.
It fell off the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase.
Watch out!
Moved on its own! Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then he walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead!
Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
The shot that fell from the vent.
There we go.
How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling.
But it did.
I agree. It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
It rolled along the bookcase?
I did say that, but would the shot have rolled that conveniently?
It has nothing to do with convenience. The shot rolled exactly how the culprit wanted. They used books on top of the bookcases to direct the path of the shot.
The shot's path was directed by books? How would that even work?
Ah, it would be easier to explain with a floor plan of the library.
Oh, that's right. Someone did have a floor plan. In fact, that might be concrete proof of my theory. Mew has it.
That's it! Mew, I recall that during the investigation, you said you would use your drone to make a floor plan.
Oh yeah! What happened with that? Ha! I've already developed the photos and drafted some sketches.
Then let's look at it. Maybe we all find clue.
Please, Mew.
Oh, want him that badly, huh? Fine. But now you owe me one. Voila! Feast your eyes on these babies.
There it is.
It's just as I thought.
What is?
See? The books are stacked like stairs from the vent to where Rantaro's body was found.
Oh! Shuichi is right!
Indeed, they are stacked like stairs. I did not notice when I looked up from the floor.
I see. The shot rolled on top of these books, eh?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The shot was rolled into the classroom vent and came out in the library. If the vent was open, the shot would have maintained momentum. And you did that, right, Kaede? You made sure the vent was open.
So how's it look? Could a person fit in there? It would be pretty difficult. That's right. So that's the conversation they had.
Impressive. You have a really good memory, Shuichi.
When the shot came through, the stacked books made it change direction. It then rolled down the path made by the books. The books were stacked in rows so that the shot wouldn't fall off. At the same time, the books blocked the shot from view. Then, when the ball was directly above Rantaro, it changed direction, rolled along the groove of the open books, and fell on top of his head. And it was the camera flash that lured him to that exact spot.
A setup that complicated is almost like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, I'm having problems with it because how would she know when to exactly time the frickin' roll?
So Kaede created this mechanism?
Well, it would be...
Wait, even with the Rube whatever setup, when did she roll the ball into the duct?
That's right! Wasn't Shuichi with Kaede in the classroom?
When did Kaede roll the shot put ball? It had to have been at just the right time to kill Rantaro. Did she enter the classroom? No, that's not it. The air duct isn't that long. It had to have been when Rantaro was close. Since you spent the most time with Kaede, Shuichi, perhaps only you know the answer.
Damn it!
If it wasn't then, it must have been right when she was leaving, right?
That's it!
But how?
The moment we ran out of the classroom. When the sensor went off, I ran out first, and then Kaede followed. But just before she left...
Shuichi, the receiver. Someone moved the bookcase. Hurry, Kaede. Shuichi sprinted out of the classroom with the determination of a true ultimate detective. Wait for me. I dropped everything I was holding and ran after Shuichi.
I'm right, aren't I, Kaede?
Of course, the ultimate detective would remember all that.
Your words and that smile. Is this your admission of guilt?
Hold on! Don't just jump to conclusions! I've still got a lot of questions!
That's weird. Why do you sound so desperate?
There's nothing weird about it. There's just no way I can believe someone like Kaede would be the culprit.
Yeah, going to not believe it either.
What?
Don't worry, Kaede. I'll clear your name.
No, I know what this one is. Oh no, this is still another non-stop debate. Waiting for the big last one.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
What kind of doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet, right? If that shot was rolling through the vents, it would have made a ton of noise.
Indeed! So much noise! Rantaro would have heard!
Yeah, some noise ain't a big deal.
Of course it's a big deal!
The sound of the shot put rolling, I know this.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
What kind of doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet, right? If that shot was rolling through the vents, it would have made a ton of noise.
But now we know what it is.
So much noise! Rantaro would have heard!
Yeah, some noise ain't a big deal.
Of course it's a big deal! I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit! I still have
My doubts.
What kind of doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet.
That's wrong! The murder occurred while the Killing Game promotional video was being broadcast. so the library would not have been completely quiet at the time.
Oh. So that ghastly video drowned out the sound of the shot rolling.
What?
Kaito, are you done now?
Damn it! So it's true then? You're saying Kaede really is the culprit?
So that means most of Kaede's sins were committed right before Shuichi's eyes.
That's correct. I was with her in the classroom. And when she moved the vent grate aside. And when she lined up the books on top of the bookcase.
Yeah, that did happen.
And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it? You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
Yeah, I guess she did. Not that I'd know that, since the game fucking lied.
So you were hiding it the entire time? Where would she have even hidden it?
That's it! Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack. I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in. That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
Then that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi. But we should not blame him for that. None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so we might not have noticed.
That clears it all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be. It's gotta be mistake, right?
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know? She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character. I truly believe that. I believe—
But why? Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why? Tell me why! Why are you doing this? Are you still looking away from the truth?
Not at all. My belief in you is going to lead me to the truth. I'll show you what's behind all this. I'll show you your truth.
I know this is getting crazy, right? But it's time for another tutorial. Your opponent is on the ropes, but they're in armament mode and won't listen to you. You have to remove their armaments to refute what they're saying. That's how armament works. The objective is to destroy all of your foe's armaments, then strike the finishing blow. So let's see, they have their well, a way to just fucking spoil the way this is gonna look. Thanks, Spike Chunsoft. I would have loved to have seen that in gameplay. Oh man, it's gonna have button prompts, which means I gotta remember that circle is actually X. God damn it. Tension gauge, influence, focus gauge, time. Okay. You match the rhythm to shoot down your opponent's statements to damage the armament. The markers on top of your opponent's statements are called rhythm sites. Right when the gauge makes one revolution, press the correct button to shoot the statement. When damaged enough, their armament will break and the music will change. the tempo will also pick up, so match the timing. Can't get on rhythm? Try pressing R1 to activate fever time. During fever time, you will be invincible, and you can press any button. You can only activate it when your focus energy is full, so watch it carefully. When your opponent's armament is destroyed, you can give your final argument. Your argument will be displayed with 4 words, assigned to circle, triangle, square, and X. And great, I'm going to have to once again remember that circle and X are opposite. Press the buttons in the correct order to land the finishing blow. Really, maybe I should just like go and change it back to what it's supposed to be and force myself to learn how to play properly on this version. God damn it. Use split-second logic to refute your opponent's final argument. As always, it was a pleasure.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. You think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault!
Oh god.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. You think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault! Ah! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! And that's all there is to it! I'm a terrible murderer! I betrayed everyone! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! Ah! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then don't look away from the truth! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then don't look away from the truth! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. Ah! Do you know what I was trying to do?
Oh, fuck, I got them backwards again. Damn it.
Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this.
Don't screw up circle and X.
Do you know what I was trying to do?
There we go.
You weren't persuaded by Monokuma, and you weren't trying to save yourself. What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind.
Kill the mastermind?
Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind. She was trying to end this killing game. She was trying to save us all. Isn't that right, Kaede?
I see! Otherwise, everyone would have died when the time limit expired.
So, she tried to end the killing game by killing the mastermind?
But it's all my fault. Kaede trusted my detective skills. I told her the mastermind might be there. And that's why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work and I screwed it up.
Stop. It's not true. Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me. None of this is your fault. It's mine. Everything's my fault.
Kaede.
Shuichi, can I ask you to do one last favor for me? Can you end all of this?
What?
I want you to reveal everything that happened and convince everyone. And then, I want you to end this. That's my final wish.
I understand. I'll end all of this. I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
I want to help. I want to help you grant Kaede's wish. I will now explain the closing argument, the final piece of detective work to end this trial. In the closing argument, you will wrap up the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. But this recreation is just Shuichi's deduction, so there are gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. After selecting the panels with the D-pad, press L to move the cursor over the gaps, and then fit the panel in the empty space with the triangle. Only the correct panel will fit. Compare the empty space hints with the stock panel hints to complete the comic. There will be some panels that you cannot select at first. Filling in some gaps correctly will unlock the other panels. Press the L1 and R1 button to switch pages and start filling in as many as you can. Let me take a good look at this picture because it does look like it's changed a bit from what it was. Alright. Thank you, thank you. There we go. So the best minigame in this series, more or less. It's not as well designed, to be completely honest. The user interface redesign on it makes it harder to understand. That's like my first takeaway on this. And it is presented in a manga format. No, or is it? I guess it is. Yeah, it's right to left. Got it. Alright, so who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing the additional motive? I guess this is one of the ones we don't have right away. Suppose so. Who asked to modify the cameras? What was the murder weapon found in the warehouse? I hope I have that at least. There we go. What did the culprit do with the library's vent? What book did the culprit set up last? I don't know, actually. Oh yeah, forgot about that. What did the culprit do with the modified camera? Okay, this is all I have in my stock, right? Turn on flash. Let's go back to the beginning. What happened in the classroom 1 hour before the time limit? Nope, that's not it. Not yet, anyway. Where was the shot put ball rolled? That should be easy. There's the vent. There we go. Why wasn't... Yeah, that's the one with the video. Where is it? There we go. What did Shuichi see in the library? So let's place the 2 that we failed to put in. Finally, all the way back at the very beginning. I don't quite remember it being like that, but whatever. Also, hopefully this plays the same song that Danganronpa 1 and 2 had once you finish the closing argument.
This is the truth of the case! It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime. After the announcement, some of us decided to form groups to plan our next move. I had my own plan to find the mastermind, and someone offered to help me. At the time, I never would have imagined they would become the culprit. To expose the mastermind, the culprit and I set up hidden cameras in the library. There was a hidden door in the library that showed signs of use. We deduced that the mastermind would return there to let Monokuma out. The next day, we asked Mew if she could modify some cameras for our trap. We then went to the warehouse to gather the necessary materials. All we needed were disposable cameras and a security sensor. But the culprit found something else there, the murder weapon. That's right, the shot put ball. They put the cameras as well as the shot in their backpack. Then, on the day the time limit would expire, the day of the murder, the culprit and I collected the modified cameras from Mew and visited the library. Once there, we searched the room for ideal locations to place the cameras. But even then, the culprit was preparing the murder. They began by removing the vent grate and laid it inside the air duct. Then, they moved the pile of books on top of the bookcase, pretending to organize them. After that, they placed open encyclopedias on the final bookcase. It appeared innocuous enough, but it was actually a path for the murder weapon. The culprit also tampered with the hidden camera linked to the security sensor. I was responsible for setting up the other cameras, but that one, I didn't even notice their trick. They used duct tape to keep the flash function on. After the cameras were set, the culprit and I climbed the stairs to the first-floor classroom. We kept a lookout for the others and waited for the security sensor to go off. During the stakeout, we saw Kaito and 6 others go down to the basement. Rantaro was with them, the first victim. After watching that group enter the game room, I returned to the classroom. With about 1 hour remaining, the security receiver I was holding went off. I assumed it was the mastermind, so I ran out of the classroom to the library. I was in such a hurry, I left the culprit behind. Looking back on it now, that was the last chance I had to stop the murder. After I had left, the culprit took the shot put ball out of their backpack and rolled it into the classroom vent. This set the murder in motion. Rantaro had moved the bookcase, triggering the receiver. Unbeknownst to him, the trap had been sprung. First, the modified camera took a picture of Rantaro with the flash on. Rantaro noticed the flash and approached the bookcase to inspect the camera. The camera flash lured Rantaro directly into the murder weapon's path. The shot the culprit tossed into the vent rolled through the air duct. Came out of the library's vent and kept rolling atop the bookcase. Opening the vent grate and organizing the books was all to create a path. Under normal circumstances, the victim would have been alerted by the noise. But the promotional video was masking the sound of the shot rolling. The shot kept rolling, then fell on Rantaro's head, killing him instantly. By the time we had entered the room, the murder was complete. I imagine, seeing Rantaro's body, the culprit probably thought, "The mastermind is dead, the game is over, now we can all go home." But their wish didn't come true, because Rantaro wasn't the mastermind. It was murder, in an attempt to save all our lives. That is the truth. That's the truth behind your lies, Kaede Akamatsu, the ultimate pianist. And that concludes the events of this case.
No. Kaede did it?
Damn it!
It is a truth I do not wish to accept. But since Shuichi has brought everything to light, we can at least try to trust the Kaede we've come to know up to this point.
The Kaede we've come to know?
Even if she did commit a crime, what Kaede has said to us is not a lie. She wanted to protect us, and I firmly believe that to be the truth.
If that was a lie too, it'd be the last straw for me. I'd have nothing left to believe in.
You guys are so nice. Even though I betrayed you all.
No, that's not true, Kaede! You were trying to save all of it.
Nice job, Shuichi. I didn't expect any less.
What?
You were super reliable back there. But you still have a long way to go. You need to be more assertive. If you did that more often, you'd be a pretty cool guy.
Kaede, why? Why are you smiling like that? Why are you still trying to get me to be brave? Why, Kaede? Why are you thinking about everyone except yourself? If you had just been less selfless, you wouldn't have had to murder. Why? Why do you do that?
I'm sorry.
Stop, stop, stop! At least save it for the end of the trial! Sheesh!
Looks like the debate's finished, so that means it's voting time!
All right, you bastards! Press the button in front of you to cast your vote!
And make sure y'all vote, because refusing to vote is grounds for termination.
At last! The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless finally face off!
It's voting time!
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I can't believe I got so many A's considering how awful that went most of the time. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we'll save it until after the show's over before we get to breaking all this down.
Absolutely right!
Well, at this point, it goes without saying, but you all voted correctly. The Blackened who killed Rantaro Amami is the ultimate pianist, Kaede Akamatsu.
I'm glad.
Good.
What?
Good.
Don't screw around!
What do you mean, good? Is this how you want it to end?
That's not true.
Not really, but it could have turned out a lot worse, so this is fine too.
I don't get it!
It's not fine. This is super horrible. The worst ever. How did it come to this?
Please.
Kaede, what would possess you to do something like that? Gonta can accept this, not unless you explain.
Real?
I won't be satisfied until I hear it straight from you.
Hey!
Kaede, please. Okay, please allow me a few more moments of your time then. It's just like Shuichi said. I was after the mastermind this entire time. I wanted to kill the mastermind, and I thought doing that would end the killing game.
But
why did you try to kill them? Maybe they could have been captured. If it hadn't been for the time limit, I probably would have done that. But the time limit meant that capturing the mastermind was less likely to work, you know? Because the mastermind could have just played dumb to run out the clock and kill us all.
Yeah.
I was worried about that happening.
Therefore.
So you sought to kill the mastermind instead?
That's right.
I had made up my mind just before we set up the cameras in the library. I thought it was my last chance to save everyone. I couldn't let that chance pass me by. I had to save everyone, no matter what. Even if you had to kill someone.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought that killing the mastermind was our best shot at escaping this place together. I really believed it too. Kaede.
But...
Oh, Kaede. It never dawned on you. As soon as that thought entered your head, Monokuma had you right where he wanted. Because what mattered most to Monokuma is that the killing game started.
You really don't get it.
Regardless of your reasons, the moment you felt the urge to kill, you had already lost. You agreed to be part of the killing game when you allowed murder to fill your heart.
Wait.
Wait, to put it like that? But he's not wrong. She's the reason the killing game finally started.
No.
But if Kaede hadn't done anything, we'd all be dead by now.
Right!
Kaede saved everyone. We no can blame her.
I know that!
I know, you don't need to remind me. That's why I'm so pissed off. Pissed off at myself for being so useless. Kokichi, that's enough. I can see through your act.
Man.
Whoops, that obvious, huh?
That's right.
But Kokichi is right. I was being played. And I didn't even kill the mastermind. I killed one of our dear friends instead. What I did was so terrible, so unforgivable. I took an innocent life. I'm nothing but a horrible murderer. You should all hate me, blame, and be disgusted by me.
Wait!
Kaede, please calm down. After we found Rentaro's body, when I realized he wasn't the mastermind, I thought about ending this by confessing to you what I had done, but I couldn't because of Monokuma's first blood perk. I see. If you'd confessed there, and then you would have been able to leave. But you decided you couldn't leave this place by yourself, so you kept quiet. Because of the first blood perk, you were forced to hide the truth from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I see.
So the first blood perk worked against the Blackened rather than for them. But at the same time, I thought, if I did this for everyone, then instead of making things easier by confessing, I thought I should lie to you all, so it would motivate you to keep moving forward.
Then...
Is that the reason for the trial? To reveal the mastermind?
Because...
I felt like if I didn't do this, then Rentaro's death would have been meaningless.
Well then.
We were searching for both the culprit and the mastermind during the class trial.
Oh yeah!
Ah, Kaede did mention that. But that's why I want to end all of the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do that. I never wanted to keep my crime a secret. I was going to tell you all eventually. But before I did, wanted to expose the mastermind first. Then the killing game would have ended, and everyone but me would be saved. I thought that was the best way I could atone for killing Rentaro.
Sorry.
This is my fault. I was wrong. There was no mastermind.
What?
You were wrong? But didn't you say the mastermind was one of us?
Okay.
That's what I thought at first, but in the end, we have nothing. No one made any moves at the time limit. The trial was useless.
Let's see.
Even when Suichi was about to be voted as the Blackened. Still, they did not appear.
Maybe.
Yeesh, that seriously was a close one. If Kaede had just kept her mouth shut, we'd all be dead right now. No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Suichi?
But...
On the other hand, she's only in this mess because she decided to say something at that moment.
That's...
I wanted to protect Kaede, but I also wanted to unmask the mastermind. But even when the killer was about to be condemned, they remained hidden.
Sorry.
That has to mean that the mastermind is not among us after all.
What?
So Kaede had the wrong idea the whole time?
I see.
All her actions were taken under Suichi's flawed logic.
Okay.
That's why this is my fault. All of this happened because my detective work was wrong. If I hadn't been so stupid. If I never said anything about a mastermind to Kaede.
Damn it!
Rentaro wouldn't have died, and Kaede wouldn't be a murderer. This is all my fault.
That's wrong!
No, it's not.
Huh?
Kaede.
Because...
I killed him, not you.
Right?
Right? Didn't I?
But
Kaede, Why did you set such a convoluted trap? If your intent was to kill the mastermind, there was no reason for you to cover your tracks.
Jeez.
Isn't it obvious? It's because she didn't want Shuichi to know.
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course, but I didn't want everyone else to know either. Because I said I wanted to escape this place with everyone.
Because...
But you guys wouldn't want to be friends with a girl who killed someone, would you? Be friends? Kaede put a lot of thought into this. She put so much thought into this, it drove her to commit murder like a lunatic. God, you're such a dumbass.
Yeah.
I know, right? I'm such an idiot.
However,
we only survived the time limit because of that idiocy.
Right!
Yes, we still alive thanks to you. Kaede, I didn't know how, but I wanted to get out of here with you. I wanted to be friends.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Damn.
So you're saying everything you did was because you were thinking of us? And you hid that you killed him just to stay and help us? How did things...
Hi, hello!
All right, that's it. What?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean, that's it?
Ah!
Father, are you getting bored?
That's right.
You know how Papa gets. He can't stand the kind of tearjerker schlock. I can't stop crying. I see nothing gets past my adorable little cups. I don't even let appetizers get past me, especially if someone else has bought them.
Now then.
But we can't let this boring display grind the action to a halt, so... Time to make things interesting.
Huh?
Make things interesting.
Thrills, chills, kills!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
Ah!
The punishment? You mean Kaede's execution?
Don't screw around!
No frickin' way. There's no way we'll let you do that.
Hey!
Exils assemble.
Punishment time is a sacred segment. You're not allowed to interfere.
And if you even try to interfere, we'll just crush yous with these here exosols.
Exisol. Thank you. Someone said it.
It's cruel, but it's probably better if one person dies instead of everyone.
Like hell am I just gonna sit here and do what you say? Kaede fought with her life on the line, and so will I!
Gonta will face you all. Times like this are why Gonta became strong. Gentlemen never back down, and neither will Gonta.
This is the perfect chance to test out my Neo Aikido skills on machines.
Yeah, I'll help. I can...
Everyone, stop! Stop it.
Please, just stop.
Kaede.
Enough, you guys. I've already prepared myself. You're giving up?
Why?
You said you'd never give up. That we'd get out of here together. That's what you said, Kaede.
Damn it!
So why are you giving up now? Did you mean what you said? I know we can do something. Don't give up until the end.
No.
I'm not giving up. Because I have you.
Huh?
What?
You know?
Even after I'm gone, my wish will still be here. So I'm counting on you all. I'm entrusting my wish to every one of you.
I believe in you!
I believe that you will all make it through this somehow.
You have to live!
You guys better live. Don't go dying on me now. End this ridiculous killing game. Survive and get the hell out of this place.
It's a promise.
And then be friends after you escape, okay? I think you'll all be the best of friends.
Yeah.
Affirmative, Kaede.
I shall take that request.
I will do my utmost to fulfill your final request. I won't give up. I'll get out of here no matter what. Going to work hard and keep friends safe till very end.
Bye.
Well, Kaede, you definitely weren't boring.
Well now. Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Damn it!
Wait a second. Please, don't.
Hey.
Shuichi, you better not lose.
You can't lose!
I know you can beat it.
It's
I believe in you! It's a promise.
Kaede has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. The moment it was over, I felt my legs give out under me. What I just saw didn't feel real. As if all reality had vanished, and the only thing left was a fictional world. Real or not, Kaede was gone. Kaede Akamatsu no longer existed in our world.
Eh?
Huh? What the? Why is Mono Kid... Mono, damn! What have you done? She puked again.
Oh well.
But this tension ain't so bad, you know. Finally feels like a proper killing game. If anything, we could stand up to use a little more tension in our lives, right, Dad? No! My sweet darling Mono Kid claimed as a collateral damage. This is a nightmare. This is unacceptable. My precious cub is... On second thought, I guess it's okay. After all, I still got 4 more cubs.
Phew.
I'm glad you kids came in bulk.
Eh?
Huh? It's okay. I'm shocked. Our existence means that little, huh?
Well...
What's done is done. What's dead is dead. No point crying over crushed cubs. Unless you want to end up like these sad sacks.
But how?
What? What in the world is this?
Really?
Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about overkill.
Amen.
Atua, please grant Kaede's soul eternal repose. I can't believe this happened to Kaede. I liked her so much. Kaede!
Yahoo!
All this adrenaline creates such an exquisite feeling of despair. It's moments like this that make all the killings worth it.
This is...
Why are you doing such a terrible thing?
How dare you!
You're the worst of the worst. Does human life have no value to you at all?
Hey,
Hey, I know human life is precious. I'm not a monster, you know. Because if human life wasn't precious, ending it wouldn't be nearly as much fun.
Extreme!
There's no greater joy than witnessing such a display of despair entertainment. You've surpassed psychotic by a wide margin.
What now?
I don't think I've ever felt quite this irritated.
You?
I won't forgive you for this. Got that? I won't ever forgive you.
Oh!
Spoken like a marked man.
Excuse me.
What is your objective, Monokuma?
What are you trying to pull?
Do you hate us? If so, have we done something to make you hate us?
Huh?
Hate you? Who can say?
Hey,
That's your job to figure out. If you really want to know what's going on, you're gonna have to work for it.
Well...
Though, the corpse formerly known as Rentaro may have had a hunch.
Huh?
Huh?
What is it?
What do you mean? What was Rentaro's hunch? What indeed?
That is...
He did say he would end this game, and he also knew about the hidden door. Could that be all related to this hunch you claimed he had? I wonder.
Why, you...
What the hell's this hunch you're going on about? Spill it. I wonder.
Then...
If you have no intention of telling us, then keep your mouth shut.
'Cause...
You're focusing on Kaede instead of her dead-weight victim.
Well,
if it's not his fault he was useless, he died before his talent could be revealed. If he had lived long enough to reveal it, maybe he would have been more useful.
Too bad.
Oh, well, he's dead, and that's that. That's the indifference of death for you.
However,
he wasn't really the mastermind, was he?
You're really bugging me.
Huh? Are you still pestering me with these annoying questions?
And another thing.
Aren't you guys focusing a little too much on whether or not there's a mastermind? If you keep this up, you're all gonna end up like Kaede.
What?
Here.
Maybe spend less time worrying about nonsense and more time watching your back, okay?
Right?
You never know who's gonna become the next killer.
Looking forward to it.
I can't wait. I wonder what kind of killing game we'll get to see next. Damn it. You may have gotten us this time, but we'll get you next time. You'll see.
Why?
Why are you all psyched up?
That's nice.
It's nice to see that at least one of you has some chutzpah around here. Was not expecting to say the word chutzpah in Danganronpa. I have a feeling you're gonna live for a while.
Thanks.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
Don't screw around.
Shut the hell up. We're not gonna have another killing game. I, Kaito Momota, am not gonna let you have your way anymore. Got it? I'm gonna punch that grin right off your face, for sure.
Is that so?
Oh, really? That seems unlikely.
Too bad.
I'm pretty sure you won't live long enough to do that.
Damn.
Well...
Anyway, you guys have a lot to think about. Work hard and do your best to graduate, because the fun's only just begun.
Hey.
Hey, Monodam, explain yourself. I get that Monokid was obnoxious and rude, but that was way over the line.
Because...
I did it for us.
Ah!
Wait, Monodam? Where are you going?
It's getting interesting!
He probably killed him as payback for all the bullying. What an interesting turn of events. And with that, Monokuma and the Cubs left, and only we remained in the courtroom. I don't think I can take all this. I can't stand this anymore. I feel like I'm going crazy.
No.
Tsumugi, you mustn't give up hope. Is there even hope to be had here? The room feels utterly drained of it. Kaede. What kind of degenerate male cries in public? It's so rude. But Tenko, you're crying too.
Hey.
Now's not the time to point that out, Kibo. Just let it be.
Prayer time.
It's times like this we should pray for Kaede's soul so she can rest in peace.
What?
How's anyone supposed to rest in peace after getting killed like that?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do from now on? Yeah, I'd like to know too. I'm so over this already.
That's enough!
Shut up! Shut up! You all just need to shut up! Kaito's voice boomed in the air, and the room went silent.
Damn!
Every single one of you, and your meek little complaints.
Shut up!
You're pissing me the hell off.
Damn it.
But the one who's pissing me off the most
Dumbass.
is you, Shuichi.
Huh?
What? Oh, Shuichi got punched.
Clench your teeth!
Kaito! You are supposed to say that before you hit him.
Did you hear what Kaede said? She said she believed in you. That she passed her wish on to you. But what the hell's wrong with you? You didn't say a damn thing to Monokuma. You call yourself a man? Damn it.
What's the matter? Say something already.
Dumbass.
I just hit you. Are you pissed off? What's your problem? Enough, Kaito. Sucker punching up is pretty low, even for a low-life degenerate male like you.
Listen up!
You better knock it off or I'm gonna explode my Neo Aikido all over your face. Fine.
Are you okay?
Shuichi, are you okay?
Okay.
I'm fine.
For now.
Please stop. This sort of altercation is just a waste of time. Kota not sure of waste of time, but Kota agree, fighting not good.
Then...
Can we leave now? Staying here will only make us more depressed. Well put. I agree wholeheartedly.
Sorry.
Sorry, you should all go ahead without me. Why? Is there a reason you wish to stay in a place like this? I want to be alone for a while. Just for a little bit. But we can't just leave you here by your
No.
Smoogie, perhaps it would be best if we allowed him some privacy for now. Oh, okay, I suppose. Shuichi, don't beat yourself up, Kay?
Yeah.
Yep, just hit the reset button on your feelings and you'll feel happy and cheerful in no time.
Listen.
Being a tad insensitive is important for survival. It helps one avoid suicidal thoughts.
Hey!
Gonta will go back too. Let Gonta know if you need his help, okay? One by one, everyone climbed aboard the elevator, except...
I mean...
Shuichi, I don't know how well you knew Kaede, but why don't you try going to her ultimate lab?
Huh?
What do you mean?
That's right.
Monokuma set the room up, so there's probably not a lot there to remember her by. But there should at least be a bunch of little things she liked.
Okay.
Things Kaede liked.
Listen up.
Understand? There's only one way to get through this awful feeling. No one's gonna be able to console you if you're just sitting here alone.
I mean...
If anyone's gonna help you, it'll be her, in your memories. With those words, he stepped onto the elevator. Before I realized it, I got to my feet. I just started walking, and I was headed toward the Ultimate Pianist Research Lab. It's not as if there would be any memories here, but these are the things she was really passionate about, and that's good enough for now. What a magnificent piano. I would like to hear her play it, if only just once. Ah, that reminds me, the song that Kaede was talking about. Of course, it must be here somewhere. I stood in front of the shelves of CDs and searched each one thoroughly, end to end. It should be here somewhere. Where is it? Ah! Here it is. This is it. I took the CD from the shelf and placed it on the player in the corner. Soon, a soft melody had filled the classroom. My body relaxed, totally enveloped in the music. It was a strange feeling, the sound seeping into my body. Before long, I began to close my eyes.
I wish there was a piano here. I would play you a song to help you cheer up. A pretty song to play for you. Oh, like Clair de Lune by Debussy. It's a soothing song that calms your heart, like the moon's reflection on water. You noticed, huh? Yeah, I'm shaking too. But I'd be a mess if you weren't here. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I would have been so lost. I'm glad you're here with me, Shuichi. With you by my side, I feel like I can stand up to anything. You give me the courage I need to take on the mastermind. So please, be more confident. I believe in you, so you should definitely believe in yourself.
Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if I can do it, but... No, I'll do it. I have to believe in myself. I won't be afraid anymore. I will face the truth for everyone. I won't give up. For your sake, Kaede. I promise. From the bottom of my heart, I promise you, Kaede.
Yep, that's our promise. I'm leaving everything up to you, Shuichi. Goodbye.
The end of the first chapter. Musical note hairpin. Would I like to save? Oh, yes, I would. So, before we save and end this one, I need to come clean and say that I did have this spoiled for me a little bit. I said that I didn't get spoiled in anything when we first started, but I'll explain what happened. It's as simple as about 7 or 8 months ago, some asshole who I used to follow on Twitter, who I no longer associate with, decided to either retweet fan art or steal fan art in which he captioned it like end of first chapter of DRV3 or something like that. And the fan art was just every single character in the game in the trial room with the podiums in front of them pointing a finger at Kaede. And that image burned into my brain. And ever since then, I've always kind of wondered, like, well, what if Kaede is the victim of the first trial? And I never forgot it. No matter how hard I tried to purge it, it remained there. So the fact that this ended up kind of turning the way it did, not super shocked. Really disappointed. People are assholes, man. People are fucking assholes. Okay, so I have really complicated feelings about this. I'm not super happy, for one. I hate the unreliable narrator trope. I hate it. I fucking despise it. I feel like it works okay in like a book, maybe film. It doesn't work in video games. It does not ever work in video games. And that's a big fuck you to David Cage, you stupid hack. But that's another topic of discussion. So I don't like that that's how they start this game. Now, are we going to play as Shuichi for the rest of the game? Maybe. I honestly have no idea. Like, even though that fan art burned into my brain, I wasn't 100% sure that Kaede was going to die. I wasn't, sure that meant we weren't going to play as her the entire game. I don't know if we're going to play as Shuichi. I don't know. We could character hop for all I know. And I would kind of prefer that at this point, because that would be kind of cool. I'm a little bummed that we got Build, our first female lead character in the series, and now we don't have it. Unless we character hop to other characters and we get to play as like people from chapter to chapter, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Shuichi right now. Like, he's not terrible or anything. He's not bad. He's just, I don't know. I feel kind of shortchanged that I might have to play as him for the next maybe 30 hours. This game is really slow. This game is way slower than the first two games. At least it feels that way. Maybe that's my perception being warped a little bit because I'm playing this recording on PS4 versus chilling lying down in my bed with a Vita in my hand or something like I did with the other games. So maybe it's not quite as long as I think it is. Anyway, next time I see you, we'll pick up and we'll start chapter 2 and we'll see where this killing game takes us.